Hi guys, welcome to our next cheeky little episode, and what a lovely episode we have planned. So we're starting our episode over here at Warm Willie's Wool Farm, looking absolutely amazing. I've got to say, considering I had no build palette in mind, I just threw a load of blocks at this place and this is what we got. I am over the moon with it. I've got to say, I am absolutely over the moon with it. It's such a pretty looking build. I wished I could do something with the dirt block, but it means extending everything out, and it's just lots of hassle for not a lot of gain. So I'm happy with what we've got, and you can hear the dispensers are firing in the background there. There goes one over there, because the grass has just grown back. So he's obviously just been sheared. There he goes, and off it goes. So that's how it's working. And I've got to say, a little bit in there. Now that's from maybe an hour of AFK, maybe an hour and a half of AFK. However, we have filled so much in our shulker boxes. I've filled the purple one. The purple one is completely full, 22 or more, look. And I can now fill all of these. So I've requested from Dim, I've requested another 32 shulker boxes. So I can replenish this with more shulkers. And I've got 16 then for our shop, which I've decided is going to be a sheep head. And I have sheep heads in my mob drop box so that I can see what I've got to build. So that's pretty good. I'm over the moon with the amount that this is producing. And there's a nasty little sound, which is, I'm damn sure, because of that mob spawner. I'm 100% sure it's a mob spawner. So yeah, so we're filling up these pretty well. Most happy. Anyway, so today's episode we are not working over at our base. However, we have done some work off camera. I've gone round the whole of our base, literally every single square inch of our base, and I've lit it up. And I've done it in several different ways. If we just pop over here. So that one there, you can see, is a glowstone with a bush over the top. That actually lights up quite a lot of area. Even though the glowstone is down one block, it actually still lights up a lot of the area. Now I know the beacons obviously give a little bit of light as well, but I wanted to make sure that we were covered. And then the other way is, on the bigger trees, I've hung lanterns, which I think looks quite almost tropical like. You know, like you see in the tropics, you get like nice trees with their sort of candle lantern things in there. So I think, you know, that kind of adds a little bit of something. And then I've done this sort of style where I've hidden a light in here somewhere. There it is, down in the middle. And then I've added some bushes around it just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, looked after, a little bit more terraformed. Like there's bushes growing down the bank, and, you know, just to make it look a little bit more pretty. And then I've changed all the torches to lanterns. I think the lanterns look a lot nicer than torches. And yeah, so I've just all of these trees here. And then I've gone round and planted about 3 stacks of oak in total, about 3 stacks. And I'm still not 100% done because there's still gaps like up there. And I've filled up the whole perimeter all the way around that back there, all the way up over the top where the kelp smelter is, and also around the back. If we just quickly run, we have extended this path and brought it up level. As you can see, the nanimals have gone, and Dim for 15 diamonds came and put this bank in here for me, which was lovely. And then my beautiful Princess Lil then chucked a load of plants in here, which Dim again lovingly went to a flower biome and got me all of the pretty flowers, which I'm very, very, very happy about. And then down here we've made this very, very sort of pretty grown over kind of winter wonderland, like a fantasy land entrance. Continue the lanterns down and the path, and then we made a little meadow which I think is really, really pretty, because this was a bit of a dead space really, and then we chucked some lighting in. And as you can see, I've chucked the oak all the way round. So I'm very happy with the way that this area has now come out. So today we are going to go and work over at spawn. You would have seen the sea lanterns at the very beginning of our episode here. That is where spawn is, and we lit it up because we're having mob issues. We weren't getting any mobs, so we thought, well, the spawn chunks are permanently lit, so that would help us get our mobs up, and it did. So Witsy put all the sea lanterns in. So we're going to go and remove those sea lanterns, and we are going to make a little village there. So when people spawn in, they are able to have a house to get into, some items for them to bring so that they don't get killed on their first night on the server. You know, just general things, and make it a nice little village over there for them to live in. So we just need to go and grab some supplies, and I'll meet you back over at the spawn chunks. Okay, back at the spawn chunks. As you can see, we are back with the lantern sea. So the first thing we need to do here is to remove all of these sea lanterns and make it back to normal really. Put it back to grass like this. So I've given us a little work space here where we can place our boxes down. This one, and this one. And we've got a few items in our inventory. And it took me a little while to shear a load of oak for them, and Dim made a little bit of dollar out of me as well, and some spruce just in case we want to mix it up on the houses. So let's get on to getting all these sea lanterns out, and I think that'll be good as a time lapse. So let's go into that. So that time lapse actually in real life took me about 45 minutes. I mean, seriously, Wits, bit overkill on the sea lanterns, geez. I'll show you how many we've got, and these ones here being the last ones that we need to take out. Job done. Right, I will now show you the extent of the sea lanternage that we have accumulated. One full shulker box and nearly a full shulker box there, bar a couple of slots. So yeah, took me a little while, but yeah, we got some sea lanterns out of it. So I've left this one here just for a little bit of light in our little work area space, so we don't get killed by mobs. So what we got here is a nice big flat land. Looks a bit boring right now, but what we need to do is take out that mass of dirt, that mass of dirt, and that mass of dirt, and then that will take us down to sort of the next layer down here, which is fine, which I like down here, which is sort of quite good. We can stick a few houses down here as well. So all we need to do is basically go and tear out all of this. So if you bear with me, I will be back once I have removed all of the dirt. All of the dirt. With that done, that mound there, this mound here that was covering all of this, and the little bit that was in the middle is now down and gone. So that's pretty good. I like that. So now what we need to do is just use this cobble and kind of mark out where we want the road part to go, the pathways, if you like. Now the problem is we need to die, so we need to go and figure out what block it is that we drop into when we come back. So let's do our inventory into a shulker, like so, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we then need to do is we need to go kill ourselves. Now let's drown, because that's the quickest way that it is here for us to do. So we'll play with the fishies for 5 minutes. Okay, so now we respawn. Alright, so that is our block. So let's chuck one of them onto that block there. So now we know we can't put a building in this space. That is what we now know. So let's chuck our armor back on, like so, and get our tools. And so that one goes there, on there, and then that, then that, then that, and then some food. That's all we need for right now. So, okay, we need some cobblestone. Let's grab some cobblestone, like so. Okay, so now we need to just mark out a road. I think we bring a path down to about here. Yeah, so run it along here, like so. Alright, so like so. And I think then what we need to do actually is if we end it there and then okay, so I reckon we end it there and we put a house on the end here, a nice sort of cheeky little house. I think we should have maybe a shoot off. So if we put them there, so shoot off this way and then end somewhere there, and then maybe a shoot off this way. Where's the path there? So we have a shoot off this way, like so. Yeah, that'll do nicely, and that'll link up with this, which I'm going to do again. The whole path all the way to the shopping district. I'm going to redo that and make it look pretty. So we'll have maybe an offshoot here, like so. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So we'll have a nice couple of houses in there, a couple of houses here. So we want to have something running up to where we spawn in. So let's have this running up like so. And then I think what we'll do is in this area over here, we'll make kind of like a fountain or something, a nice little garden type area here. And we've got quite a lot of space here to play with, so that'll be quite nice. And then we'll build a house just here, which is kind of your fishery kind of house. But I think that will be quite smart once we've done that. I think that will look quite cool. So I'm going to quickly get some concrete powder and drop all those roads in, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's the main part of the walkways done. Now, looking at it, I think it looks a bit boring. Just having like concrete powder in the grass kind of deal. I just think it looks a little bit boring. So I think what we should do is put a gutter around the outsides, like down each edge. And we can do that with stairs. Now the question is what stairs do we use? Ah, I forgot one over here, look. Let's just quickly do that now while we're on camera. So the question is, what one do we use? Now, do we use just normal plain stone to sort of keep in tie with the concrete powder, or do we go a little bit crazy and put stone brick, make it look a little bit, you know, posh, a little bit more affluent because they've put bricks in there. I mean, oh, bricks. Or do we go real crazy, use andesite? I think we should use stone bricks. So I'm going to quickly craft up a load of stone brick stairs. So bear with me. Gutters, check. Now I think just that one simple thing makes a whole load of difference. Like seriously, just adding in these gutters has just made this road, the pathway, just epic. It just looks so much better. Happy with that. Really good. And down here, don't know if you saw in the time lapse, it might have been a bit quick for you, but I've stuck some stone bricks down there. And then these ones here, and then some slabs, just so you can walk up it without having to jump or anything like that. And it looks nicer than stairs, I think. Although seeing these bits here, let's go and grab some stairs and let's see what the stairs look like. I think that we are better off with the slabs, but we can always try. We don't know until you try, do you? So let's stick some stairs there. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm eating some humble pie there. I think the stairs look better now because it hides the back of this and you don't see the concrete powder. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with stairs. Stairs it is. Okay, so we now need to start actually putting in some of the sort of the prettiness, the actual houses and the little tranquil garden here and things like that. So let's just jump into bed and have a quick sleep. There we go. Right, I think what we'll do is I'm going to chuck a building in here, and there's a very useful train. I'm going to stick a building in, probably start with this one here, or I might start with the tranquil garden over here. I haven't decided completely yet. And then I'll be back to show you what sort of things we are getting up to in here, because you know, you guys are the ones that this is all for. So let's chuck in some buildings here, and I will be back. Okay, so I may possibly have got slightly carried away with doing stuff, and my bad. So let me run you through what I have done so far since you last saw it. Well, there was no buildings when you last saw it, so I've put in a little sort of tranquil garden place, and we've named it Crystal Park Fountain. And we've got a little fountain here with some lily pads. Oh, lily pads and some iron railings holding up our sea lanterns. Looking pretty cool. I like it. And nothing too special. We've just chucked a few flowers, bone milled, and we've popped in a few lights just to make sure that it was lit up nicely. And we've got this kind of path, like walk around path that you can get through to walk through the park, the little park there. So I think that's pretty cool, that little park there. This one now runs down and into a house. This will become a house. And we've got street lights all the way through. And the street lights literally light up the whole of this area. These have done amazingly well at lighting up the whole area, really. So I don't think I'm going to be using too many of the glowstone bush effects. This is going to be another little house, tiny little thing. And yet another tiny little house that leads onto this path. And this one here, a little bit bigger, a little bit off to the side here. And I could make it a little bit bigger as well, to be fair. I might very well do when I start building it. I might bring it out a little bit further just to take up a bit more of this space here. And then we've got a pretty sizable house here that leads in. And I say it leads in here and has an offshoot that way. And this one leads off into our main house here. So we've got a good few houses. They're not all going to be stocked with things. Some of them will be beds, some of them will be armor, some of them will be tools. So it's a case of the new joiners just kind of looking around, seeing what's about, and picking up one of each of the items. And that's me chucking my mouse across my desk. Not very helpful. So yeah, let's start getting some materials and building the houses. Well, it looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a Mexican standoff. Who's gonna blink first? Oh, saplings. Who's gonna blink first? Die! Where you go? Come back here. Don't you dare hide. Gotcha. That'll learn you. Just having a quick cheeky little play with some Pigman. Get some levels. Been here for 45 minutes and have got myself 262 levels. I absolutely love this farm, and thank you to Santoshi XD and Joshua MC for creating a wicked farm, to be honest. Just a shame that Minecraft changed or Mojang changed the mechanics that we have to now just keep reminding the piggies that they need to come eat my face. But it's not too difficult to just every now and again spin around and lob an arrow at them. They say on the instructions to use the snowballs, but unfortunately the piggies sit too far away from the platform here where we are to be able to get them with the snowball. So I brought with me... Hey, how the hell did you get through? Well, you're going to die. So I I brought with me a shulker box full of arrows, and I created this bow, the Pigman poker, just to leave up here for people to use if they choose to use the bow and arrow method, or whether they choose to use the snowball. If they can get hold of the Pigman with it, that's great. So I've done that, and it's working perfectly well for me. Am I going to get it through that gap? Whoa, yes, I did. Look at that. That's Minecraft professional right there. So yeah, so I'm just up here playing with the Pigman, and I will come back to you when we're back in the real world. I fought the man, and the man didn't win. However, I ended up with a few thousand arrows to the face. I did not die. There were 5,000 of them, and I come away with one of their heads. That will learn them. Yeah, don't mess with Mayor Hulk. I have finished the spawn village, and the more observant ones of you will notice that I have a new skin. And this was courtesy of the Wits, the Mr. Witsy. He lovingly spent ages modifying a skin that I found with this blue suit. because he wanted to sort of change my skin so that it showed off my wealth. And what better way to show off your wealth than a blue suit? So together we come up with this. I found a skin and he modified it, and it took him ages to do it. I mean, hands down, he is the best guy you could ever know. He is an amazing guy, and he spent ages creating a skin for me. And yeah, massive thank you for Witsy for doing that. And I've got to say, I love it. It is truly, I've got a cape on at the moment, but truly shows off my wealth. So yeah, we'll own that. So yeah, I've finished the spawn village. That is all completed, and I will take you over and show you that in a second. I just wanted to show you this. I've built this about, I don't know, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, at very most. And you'll see these sheepies here have got their coats on. That would be because I have turned off this farm. Yeah, you heard me right. I've turned it off. Simply because I have 2 of each full of wool. So I have 2 red, 2 white of every colour. 2 of every colour. And I've got all of this in here and whatever's in this barrel as well. So I've got nearly 3 shulkers of each colour. Now, I'm never going to need that much. Never in a million years going to need that much. So I literally just came out the back here and turned it off by removing the redstone dot that was here. And that was on all of them. So, yeah. We've got wool for days. Still, it's a commodity that we are going to sell. So, it's what... There's that noise again. So, it's worth taking the effort of getting all those shulkers done. And the end raid come in handy. And I spent a load of diamonds at Dim's shop for shulkers. It's insane the amount of shulkers that I've put through this place, just in wool. But yeah, it is what it is. So let's get over to the spawn village, and I will show you what I've done over there. Yeah, I may have got a little bit carried away since the last recording of the spawn village. Yeah, I built the whole spawn village. That's what I did. I did that. But as you can see, I've gone with the layout that we discussed. This was where all of our shulkers and our basically our work area was. And as you can see, I kind of forgot to bone meal this area here just to make it look a bit prettier. Let's get rid of these tall grasses here. Yeah, so it was just a little bit bland there. So we chuck a bit of bone meal in just to fill it up a little bit, make it look a bit nicer. Yeah, that looks alright. And let's stick that back in there. Yeah, so let's have a quick run round the spawn village. It's pretty cool, pretty nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let's get rid of them out there. So each house has its own item. Swords. This is the light blue house, and in here, no bed, just simple little house and a double chest full of swords. And I went with stone swords because it then doesn't give anybody a sort of helping hand, like a leg up, if you like. And take 1 sword only, so that they know. And up there, take 1 only. And then if we run round to the magenta house. Oh no, this is the pink house. Is it? Magenta. Is it? I don't know. Let's go free it. Magenta. Yeah, there we go. So the magenta house, we've got... the pressure plates went off a bit funny then. So we have the pickaxe in here. Same deal. Take 1 pickaxe only. And as it's night time, we'll might as well sleep in this bed. All of the houses are pretty uniformly built. It's with planks and the oak across the top and spruce tops, and it's just slight variations of what we build inside. This one I went all out, chucked some bookcases in here and some foliage. And I really like putting the oak saplings into pots because it actually does look like a little plant. It's pretty cool, and I really like using these scaffoldings as tables. It kind of they work well. They lend well to the build. Beds. I went with purple because my daughter, her favourite colour is purple, and she asked me if I wouldn't mind making a purple something, so beds it is. So yeah, that's basically the spawn village. This one's really loud, you need sunglasses to go in this one. The armour, I kind of run out of steam with building the houses, so I kind of made this like a store. Like every village has kind of like their little grain stores and things like that, don't they? So I decided to make this one like my armory, my armor store. So if we run in here, I don't know why. Oh, there we go. So you got your caps and your shirts and your pants and your boots. And again, I've named all the chests so that it is very clear to whoever joins that they are to take one only. And yeah, it kind of lends itself. It looks pretty good. It looks alright. And I filled up all the way around the edge with oak, just to kind of seal it off, like, if you like, just give it some foliage around the backs of the houses, so it's just not blank and bland. And you know what? This is by far my prettiest build. Very, very happy with it. You've seen the fountain park. That's just another house, nothing special. And then I realised I hadn't put any spoons in. After I built it all, I was like, oh my god, I haven't put any spoons in. So I thought, you know, why not put a little tent? Little tent, why not? With a little campfire. And a couple of beds and a load of spoons. And a tiny little tent. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. I would have liked it to have gone down to the bottom here, but then it's too close to the house. And I don't want to destroy all these big trees, so it's kind of like a sheet that's hung over the top of the kind of the poles. Maybe I could put fence posts down here so it looks like that's kind of holding it up. Maybe. But yeah, that's the spawn village. Looking pretty cool. I'm very much in love with this, and I was discussing with Witsy because he came and had a little ganders at it, and we decided we want to move in here. Sod all of the tools for the new joiners. We want to move in here. So yeah, future base movements maybe. Who knows? And I decided not to go with houses here. I decided to just put big trees in this place here, simply because it's kind of a nice walkway, and I will eventually, when I start building this new path, I will sort of line it with trees to start with to sort of guide you into the village. So these are all like a tree lined pathway into the village. That'll look pretty smart, I think. Really pretty. But yeah, so guys, that is our episode for today. I'm extremely happy with the progress that we've made, and I did actually make a small error in that when I killed myself to find out what block I was going to respawn in on to then not build houses there. I do actually know that when you respawn, it's the spawn chunks, not a spawn block. I learnt that very quickly after I'd done that cut, that actually it's the chunks, not the block. It's the chunks. So it's fine, I do know that. Minecraft professional and all that. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. It has been a pleasure and an honour, as always, for you to be here with me. And I will ski you, words and stuff. I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.